In this video, we're going to learn all about preparing a post-closing trial balance in Chapter 8. So the second half of Chapter 8 deals with this. So after we've posted all of our adjusting and closing entries, a lot of our accounts, our temporary accounts, will have zero balances, but then the permanent accounts will still have a balance. So in this picture from our notes, if it has a zero balance, there's a dash through the debit and credits. So a post-closing trial balance is just, as it states, after everything is posted, what amounts and what accounts still have a remaining balance. So this is what this statement will look like. We'll have the company name at the top. We'll have post-closing trial balance on the title line, and then we'll have a specific date and time, so the end of the month. For this particular one was January 31st. We list every single account that has a remaining balance, so these are all of our assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. And then we add them up, and the debits must equal the credits. So here's all of our assets. Here is the debits. We have two liabilities, and then the owner's capital account, and then the balance is equal. One note that these are the amounts from the account ledgers, not the amounts on a worksheet, because these are things that are after the postings and after the closing entries have been completed. So we always look back to the ledgers for these amounts that we find here. And then this would complete our accounting cycle. So this last page in the notes and on the PowerPoint shows the steps of the accounting cycle, and step 8 is what we're doing right now. This is the 8-2 work together problem, and you notice there are two steps. The first step, it says the list of accounts shown here is taken from that Fix-It Now company. Indicate which accounts will appear on the company's post-closing trial balance. Check all that apply. So we just learned from our notes that the post-closing trial balance consists of the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So that's the ones that we are going to check. So we are checking all of our assets, our liability, and our capital account. All the other accounts from drawing on down deal with, this is the drawing account, the income summary, and then the revenue, and then all of our expenses. So none of those amounts and accounts will be checked. So that's step 1. Step 2 then is to prepare the post-closing trial balance. So it gives us everything kind of laid out for us. It puts the title of the company at the top. Post-closing trial balance is the name of the statement, and then the date is the end of April. It tells us which accounts that we're looking at, and now we just have to go into the ledgers to find the balances. So the first one is cash. So we're going to go up here and open up cash, and you're looking at the last entry. In this case, there's only one entry here, so our balance is $4,900. And that's the amount then that we're going to plug in to the debit down below. Now we're just going to continue on. So the next one is petty cash. So we're going to go up here to petty cash, and the balance is a $75 debit. So we're going to plug that in. Accounts receivable. Accounts receivable, the B Whittle, the balance here, $13.87. Supplies. And you remember you're looking at the bottom entry, so the last entry in that ledger is $75. So do not get confused there. Always look at the last entries, the remaining, the balance, so $75. And then prepaid insurance, $250, so we're looking at the last amount. Our liability, accounts payable, is $267 credit. And the last one is our capital account. And remember, look at the bottom one, so it's a $64.20 credit. And then the last step is to total those two columns together to make sure they are in balance. So when we're going to add up all these debits, add up all these credits, put the totals here, and $66.87 should be your total for both columns. So that concludes our 8-2 work together. Go ahead and finish this problem and move on to the on your own problem.